Hey there folks, this is GreenyXI, welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 3. In last episode we finished off chapter 1, where we got to know all the characters and everything like that. We learned that Venna was was violent as hell. Nice, I really like the song on this part. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's check out chapter 2 when things are bound to start building up a bit. Because it's not all as cheery as it's made out to be at the start. It was the same in the other media types. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Yay! Let's check out the place. Get some amazing artwork, I'm sure. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Keiichi, you're late. Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting. Uh-huh. Mi-chan, you just got here yourself. Caught out. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What's that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic. Ah, nice. Didn't actually mean for her to do it. Keiichi, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? She's been like this since last night, you know? Can you take responsibility for this? She's been stressing over this picnic. Alright, I am a man after all, I'll take responsibility. Huh? Responsibility? For what? As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. How much did she make? Bloody hell. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess. Oh god. When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun's a boy after all. I thought he would probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Let's get going. Heave-ho. Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only thing in there were lunchboxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad, got it? The only thing I could do at this moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day, sir. Oh, you would be Mayabara-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. Who are they? All these passers-by even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. They're gonna try and kill him off, aren't they? All these passers-by. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there are so few people here in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's that Mayabara fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. Yeah, there are many people, they're gonna learn everyone. From now on, I better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in a bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labelling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. That's not the end of this nightmare. No? Of course I know them. The first person we met was old man Takazu from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Okay. Next we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun, I think. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. Oh god. And the person we just met was Mayo-san, the nurse from the clinic. Oh, hi. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You'll know Mio, I think, if they've got it the same way around in the game, then she'll become a bit of a... well, she'll pop up now and again. You know the names of everyone we pass by, and even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbours. Then let's try it out. You there, who am I? Ah ha ha. Keiichi Mayabara. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. Yeah, that's how I describe him. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Really, I thought it was a month. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Oh, that's my hobby too lately. But not a hobby I actually choose to take up. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers. Really? Didn't you? That's enough, that's enough. But boxers? Enough of that. Oh god. Apparently there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. Uh-huh. Everyone knows everything. That's quite nice. Picture. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. Well, that was blunt. We're parading around like this, after all. Don't you all think so too? That Keiichi is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who is new here. Yeah, the nice storm to try and get them to stay. Keep the community going. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is... oh, Fujishima-san. Yeah? Good day. Oh my Barakan. How wonderful for you, having a lovely girl in each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Oh, by nodding. Good. As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink. She did too. So, now then. About time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe? Yeah, let's have the picnic. Rena's brilliant smile signalled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. Both looked at each other. Why are they trying to forget a picnic? I'm a man, I'll do what I can. Ah, because they have to finish it off, is it? But it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative. Rena, if we're going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. That is very true. Oh, yes. Good idea, I agree. Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Oh, we're going to the sanctuary. Or the shrine, okay. Cresting atop the stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. These are important places in Japan, aren't they? They're, I don't know, are they religious or are they just for the village, kind of? I'm not sure. This here is the Furuda shrine. We'll go with that. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place. Be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Me too, why do festivals have to be summer things? Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there. Various coloured lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of a plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish off all of this? Hey Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know? Good afternoon. Oh good, we got 2 more people open here. Who's Yuka-chan and Sadako? Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see, this is a secret plan. to power in numbers. At least they'll finish all the food now, innit? You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my speciality. We just had to come, since there was such a commotion. What's the meaning of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to it. Where were we? Okay, they were coming along for Mion's secret plan to eat the buffet. A handmade gourmet meal by Renner. What a surprise! I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Tarp? I've never heard it called that before, like a picnic thing. Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan's such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. Yeah, it's a reward for being good, that's what it is. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. Hold on 1 second. Where's my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. What a kid. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that, Rika. Here, chopsticks. I am back again. Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. Uh-oh. Man, really, Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. What's she talking about? What's she on about? Have a plate. One for me-chan, and Rika-chan too. Renner whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. How'd she bring so many, just in case? If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right, okay. Shall we commence this battle? Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Renner said as she opened up a thermos. Ooh, coffee. Just then, I realised that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. I will not allow you to have this hamburger. Ooh, what happened then? Bit of glitchiness. Yep. Using your elbows against the rules, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. Oh god. Can't just eat, can they? It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in her proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. Yeah, the last meatball! Poor little meatball. Satoko Hojo has been bested. Nom! Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Typical Rika. Seeing that made Renner blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Renner to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. Like, you know, I'm gonna kidnap you. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally, everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. It's tea, not coffee. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? Really? Can't you make up a new word? Does there need to be an old word to make sense? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? Would it? I don't know. It's probably because back then the people were busy, even while eating, and didn't have the time to compliment the flavour. That's just you. Too busy eating. But, you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. As my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Renner directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. After Renner uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. Oh god, how... I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious. Renner flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. To reward Rika-chan for her praise, ta-da! These are special. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. You know, if anyone acted like Renner does in the city, she would have been locked up years ago. She'd be put in a bloody asylum. After Higurashi accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Sadako? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Rena-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Well then, allow me to show you. After Sadako flashed me on a mere defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey. So, Rena only chance lunch? Sadako thought it was yummy too. Sadako looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. What? How was that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? It's a Rena limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Oh god, she's the exorcist. I knew it all along. Don't fall for it, Rena. Oh, of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glomped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute! Sadako is so cute! Take you home. Swish. Stab. Oh god, she stabbed her. Push. Sadako was also presented with apple rabbits. What are apple rabbits? Are they like caramel apple? Or... I don't know. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at me and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair, to think she has such a trick. It's me I'm gonna try next. If it upsets you so much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Damn it. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise. Sadako, you think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Keiichi's going to be the one who does it. Oh. Why don't I have you show me then? The writhing of an old maid. I bet he's going to flirt. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Sadako. They're always competing, aren't they? After sipping my tea, I started talking, very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? Ah, no. Actually, most of it, almost all of it, was frozen stuff. Then which ones did you make fresh? Well... It's embarrassing. Do I really have to say, must I? From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right? How did he know? She turned an even deeper shade of red, the words "I can't believe it" practically written on her face. How can you tell? Oh, I wonder. Of course, Miona told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Rena, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Sadako also blushed. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits. Wink wink. Or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Sadako, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then, at that moment... boing. It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. She just threw the lot. Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. There's plenty for you. Oh dear god, I'll be back again now. Yeah, just shove them all into his gob. Choke him to death, that's what she's trying to do. Okay, so say, Keiichi-kun. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another, she was forced into my mouth. Oh, more apples. An apple. I can't even say it. Hooks hike, he in. How about them apples, Sadako? Looks like we win. Sadako lost again. Keiichi, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Sadako? This is our complete victory, isn't it? Yeah, we won by miles. Can't believe it. Such trickery. It doesn't bother me at all. Sadako ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. No oxygen. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled a toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. Ah, I want to save him. Oh my god, they're all doing it. Rika's gonna win, and she's gonna win. That was the sound of blood spurting from Renner's nose. Cute. Tonight, I will take you home. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back up on a plate. Ah, Keiichi and Neon lost after all. Now they're all just fine, okay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay? Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered, "This is our victory." Ah, no. What? I come back? Hest, I just don't care anymore. He's in the middle of dying, you know, he don't care. Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Higurashi when they cry. I think that might actually be a good spot to stop. Do you think so? Because the episodes have been quite long so far, haven't they? They've been like 40 minutes and 30 minutes, the first two, I think, something like that. I think if we do it every time we get to like a checkpoint like that, it should be long enough to be like 20 minutes or something. And I think that might be amazing. We'd still get through each chapter in 2 episodes, hopefully. Maybe 3, I don't know. I don't know yet, really, if they're all the same length or not. But anyway, this has been Greenie XI. Hope you've enjoyed. Again, if you have any feedback, just give me a shout. I'm going to make a new save, because there's so many save spots anyway to go through. I'm going to make a new save every time I finish an episode. Just in case. But yeah, see you again in a bit, folks.